as we are closing in rapidly on Christmas 2020, we here at Player 4 Podcast felt it would be fun to get some of our friends together and run a small little D&D 5th edition one-shot. I will be running a short story tonight. It's going to be lightly Christmas themed. I have with me Joseph, who is
hi.
reprising the role he played at the last one-shot of Dirk Stoneforge. I have
Hi.
Ash,
Hello.
who is reprising their role of Sings the Dawn. I have Kate, who was not at the last one-shot. So welcome, Kate.
Hello.
Who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Phelan, a young female human ranger, the daughter of two characters that I have played in the past.
I have Nicole, who is also
Hi!
new to our P4 one-shots. Who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Karun, who
Yay.
is trying to make it back in time for the holiday with last-minute gifts.
What class are they?
Barbarian.
Your
Half-orc?
favorite.
Yep.
Nice.
Sorry. I didn't
That's
give much info.
It's alright. Next on my list is Kyla.
Hello.
Who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing one of your characters. Her name is Lara Key. She's a tiefling sorcerer. Because I play nothing but tieflings.
You have a type.
Yeah.
Only a little bit. It's fine though.
And I've got Thomas.
Hey, wow.
Thomas, you're a regular of my Tuesday game. What are you doing here?
Oh, I snuck in.
Who'd you sneak in with?
Climbed over the
I
hedge.
snuck in with Norris Twittle,
I'm going to have...
human wizard.
I'm going to do my best with that name, but I'm going to forget what it is, because it's not written in front of me. I remember Thwiddle. Naris?
Norris.
Naris. I think I'm saying that right.
You could have it written in front of you.
I could. That sounds like making my life too easy.
Also, Tristan, something to note, it is not Stone Forge like you said, it is Stone Fist. Wait. Yes, Stone Fist.
Calling you out on your own character?
Oof.
Good on Stoneforge. Oh well. Must have mistyped it when I was creating it.
Or you're probably thinking of the Sunday game. Who knows?
I used the same name as the person in the Sunday game on purpose.
Oh. Okay. Anywho.
This brings confusion.
I made up 10 level 1 character sheets and then gave them random names that I came up with on the spot. Just trying to get a good mix of different races, classes, and, you know, a good mix of genders as well. In any event. Very well. Do you think we're ready to begin there, Joseph?
I'm good to go.
Okay. Then, the way this will start off. To simplify things, you all will be an adventuring party pre-established. This basically means that even though you as players are only meeting each other's characters for the first time at this moment, you're going to have some rapport already. So the hope there is that when somebody suggests something, the response isn't, "What?" it will be, okay, let's work with that. Because I know you and I trust that there's a reason you said that. Unfortunately, we don't have time in the space of a one-shot to build those kinds of bonds, so I ask you to just work together and pretend like you have a history. Outside of that, the party is standard fare. You have been traveling the lands of the world that you are in, completing jobs in exchange for money, items, and services. And you've been building a reputation. And it is now heading deep into those cold, wintry months as you find yourselves traveling as the evening wears on. You are moving through the sparsely populated countryside. Here, the snow is falling thickly. The roads are disappearing beneath the white layer, and you are surrounded by the silence of the trees. Above you is a thick cloud layer that now and again you catch the gleam of a star through, and there is the glowing patch of clouds that is the moon above. What you know is that it is very cold. You have been traveling all day, hoping to find a town to rest in, and if you do not find such, you will be in trouble. Luckily, you can see in the waning light, which is reflected off this white layer of snow, that there is smoke rising above the trees not far ahead. You know that soon you should find some civilization. And as you make your way toward the rising smoke, the cold crystalline flakes falling around you, and the sound of animals hiding and hunting in the snow, muffled by this layer of winter, you will eventually come upon a group of buildings, maybe 10, all built of wood, painted in various colors, and each with a stone chimney with smoke rising above. You can see candles lit in the windows, and you hear the sounds of people moving through the snow and returning to their homes for the evening meal. Again, you have been looking for a place to shelter for the night. This seems to be a very small community, and you don't notice anything that looks like a public inn as you approach. Everything here appears to be residential.
Is this a small community?
Just a small community. So I'll ask if there's anything you'd like to do prior to moving in and seeing if you can speak to someone. I'll go down.
I could make a spot check, or whatever this check is in 5e.
Okay. I will...
Oh, perception.
I will go down the list. I will start with, I'll go down the list according to Discord. So, Ash, as the characters are moving in toward this village, again, you're bundled up but still cold and hoping for a place to weather the night. Is there anything you would like to do or say?
I would just be really looking out for any sort of an inn or place that seems like, other than just the offhand mention of, I'm cold, I would really like to get inside as soon as possible.
Okay, well, as I've said, you've come upon a small community of buildings here. They all appear to be residential dwellings, homes. You don't see any building that looks like an inn or a tavern.
Okay. I don't think I'd really say anything, at least at this point.
Joseph. Joseph, would you
Sorry,
like...
I'm dealing with problems.
Oh, okay. I can move on and come back to Joseph. We'll circle back to Joseph. Kate.
Yes, I am here. You said there's like, we can see some shapes, like people are moving toward houses.
Yeah, it seems like whatever was going on is wrapping up for the day. People are heading back into their homes as the snow falls.
There was a thing going on? Like a single thing going on, or like just their
coming
daily,
home from,
day-to-day
you know,
stuff?
their daily jobs, like wood cutting or food gathering, stuff like that. Not like one
Got
event.
excited for a second. Like, what's this place? It's Christmas time fun! Anyway. Essentially I want to kind of approach the nearest person who is still out and, you know, see if they might know where we can find shelter. Do you want me to save that for after everyone has their pre-approach?
So I'm going to go down the line and see what people want to do, and this is sort of just an opportunity, you know, if this setup has inspired you, but it's also just kind of an opportunity to introduce how your character thinks and responds to things. Because there aren't going to be there are never enough chances for that in a one-shot. I'm trying to set this one aside, be like, so here's what you came upon, how would you like to react to it? And so you'll declare to me what you want to do, and I'll get the declarations from everybody, and then I'll go back and resolve them.
Okay, so then I guess the thing that I am gearing to do is to approach someone, like, basically bound up to them and be like, excuse me, do you happen to know where we might find shelter tonight? It's quite cold.
Excellent. Alright. I will come back and I will resolve that with you. Nicole.
I think I'm just going to be very upset at the cold and just generally kind of huffy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I would have anything to say right now.
Okay. You said that you had some things that you were transporting, hoping to get back to a particular place with. Can you describe what this looks like that you're carrying, if it's a bundle or a sack or like a crate?
I think I would have it in my bag, so my bag probably looks like a little overstuffed.
Okay.
You may see, I don't know, like a piece of cloth or something hanging out from it.
You just kind of like toss the things in, like fasten the top of the bag down over it as best you could.
Yeah, good enough. Stays in the bag, we're good.
I assume that you're a high strength stat orc, so you're not struggling with the bag at all, but it looks like it might be difficult for someone of middling normal strength.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, next on my list is Kyla. Declaration.
Should probably be looking around to see if like one of the houses was particularly larger than the others.
Mm-hmm.
Like an alderman or a Tedman's house.
Okay.
So we can go knock on the door.
Alright.
Let me peek in.
Okay, I'll come back and resolve these things one at a time. And so finally, Thomas.
I have Find Familiar as a spell. Can we say that I've cast that at some point?
Yeah, of course.
So my familiar is a big ginger Tom.
Okay, so you've got a big fat cat.
Yeah, he's got that cuddled, like, he's holding that in his left hand, in his left arm. And in his right hand, he's holding up between finger and forefinger and thumb, he's got, like, the thing of ink, the vial of ink. And he's, can we get inside someplace quick, please? My ink has frozen. And he's shaking it back and forth to show that it's not sloshing about inside now, it's solid.
Terrible. It's very cold out if your ink froze. And it's true, it's very cold out. tourist. Sorry, because I'm trying to figure out why my laptop charger doesn't want to do the charging thing. And anyway, it's not here nor there. So, coming back around. Joseph.
Yeah. I'm going to look around in the I'm not going to call it a town, but the settlement, and see whether there's anyone that seems personable
Mhm.
and open to the idea of talking to and perhaps receiving strangers into their home.
Okay. I'm going to have you and Kyla make a perception check as you approach this town. You're kind of hawk-eyeing it, trying to decide who's got, like, the biggest, nicest house, who might be in charge. You're looking for somebody, maybe either who's outside or that you can see through a window that seems like they might be friendly or willing to deal with strangers. So, the two of you, please make perception tests.
That'll be a 14.
14.
Add 1 to what you see in chat on Twitch.
Twitch chat.
Nice, you got a 2.
Excellent.
Okay, so, the people outside, Joseph, all seem to be, like, hurrying back. None of them seems to be particularly interested in dealing with strangers. It's possible that they haven't even noticed your group as they're kind of focused on their own thing. As you're kind of getting closer to the buildings individually and you begin to be able to see what's going on inside, you can see people sitting down to dinner and tending the fires in their hearths. You know, it's pretty dark out already, as I've said. Nobody really seems, like, at a glance, like they'd be willing to help you. That's your 2. Kyle, I got a 14. You were looking for the largest house that might be the alderman. There is a house that's... This settlement is kind of like climbing a small foothill here. So the rising knoll, there is one house that is, higher in elevation than the others, and if, the snow hadn't covered it, there would probably be a road coming down, branching off to the different buildings here. And so that one, if any of them did belong to the alderman, it might be that house. It is lit within, and there is a strong pillar of smoke issuing from the chimney. And then Kate said that she wanted to assault the nearest person with her voice.
Now. I'm like 16, okay?
It's fine. I'm sorry, I was kidding. You excitably begin trunching through the deepening snow ahead of the party, trying to catch the nearest person as they are about to enter their home. You can see that this is one of the lower, closer homes to you. Maybe 1 or 2 building layer, second layer of buildings. From the exterior of this circle of buildings. And you see what you can guess is a man, a grown adult man. He is bundled up. He's got kind of like a hat with a floppy tassel on it. And as he is approaching this building, you can see that the door opens, and in the light of the hearth and candles inside, you can see that he's being welcomed home by a woman, potentially his wife. And you come crunching up through the snow, and you can see that she kind of, like, sees you running up and kind of puts a hand to her mouth, and the man turns around to face you and kind of, like, raises his hands as though he's ready to defend his home.
Okay, I kind of halt, throw up my hands in like a, peaceful gesture sort of deal and say, "Oh,
Throwing
sorry to
hands.
frighten you. My companions and I have been traveling for quite a while, and it's, getting cold and getting late. We were just wondering if you know anywhere we might be able to shelter for the night."
You're going to see behind him, the wife is going to have mostly closed the door. She's still got it open a bit so that she can see and hear what's going on, but so that the heat isn't really escaping, and also so that she can shut it if you turn out to be a threat. You can see that she's still a little uneasy. The man is totally, bundled up. He's got these, thick mittens on, and beneath the hat, he's got a scarf wrapped multiple times around his face. And just above the edge of the scarf, you can, you said you're human. Do you have a light source with you at all, or are you just going by light of the moon and stars, whatever's filtering through the clouds at this moment?
How bright are the light and stars?
I mean, your eyes will adjust to it, so with the snow layer on the ground, it's pretty easy to see. Because, all the brush and bramble is stark black against the white snow. So, even as a human, it's not really necessary to carry a light when the weather is like this, is one benefit. I'm wondering if you would be carrying a light.
Probably not out and lit.
Okay.
If it's easy enough to see without
So, it's hard to see any details about him with him being lit from behind at the moment, but you do see that he relaxes. And he reaches up and pulls the scarf down. And you think that he might have dark tan skin, perhaps, but it's really hard to tell with the light from behind him. And he says in a kind but somewhat uneasy voice, "Oh, well, greetings to you, traveler. You're looking for a place to get warm for the night?"
That's correct.
"Well, you're quite a distance from anywhere that might be able to sell you such comforts. And honestly, with the weather getting as bad as it is, I wouldn't recommend you keep walking looking for it. There is a larger town about 20 miles on," and he points in a direction, "but that'll be a good hike for you. Are you traveling alone, miss?"
No, there's a couple of us. How many of us are there? Or I'll just kind of will point in the general vicinity.
6.
They're back there, see?
I wave.
So as this exchange has begun, others can have caught up at this point, so I'll just pause it there for a second and go down the list once more to say, now that this conversation has started, do people... so, Ash, do you want to keep a distance or approach to be able to converse?
I would be kind of in the middle, close enough so I can hear what's going on, but far enough away that I don't particularly spook anyone, because I don't know for a fact. Well, I do. I'm kind of... I know we're a mixed group, but... meaning we are of all different varieties and races of individuals, but, a little bit insecure, so I'd be hiding-ish.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it was stated earlier, so I'll just state it now. Singsadon is an Aarakocra, which is a bird humanoid. They are capable of speaking Common and any other languages they've learned. They do have wings and arms. Joseph, you're next on my list. Are you going to be approaching to join this conversation or keeping a distance?
So let's go back to when I got that 2
Yep.
on perception. I spent a good time trying to figure out why there was no one who was friendly. So when I turned and discovered the youngest member of the group has now made friends, I'm going to get within a respectable distance so I can hear what's going on and perhaps interject if needed.
Okay, so you could be next to her or behind her. Back a few feet, however you like.
I'm definitely going to make sure the youngest face that will be perceived as the least threatening is in front.
Okay. So the dwarf comes jumping up behind, but stays out of direct conversation. Nicole, half-orc.
I imagine I'm probably not well received everywhere, but I don't think my character would really give a shit. So I'm gonna tromp on over, still looking grumpy as ever.
Oh boy.
And see what's going on. maybe glare at them a bit. They're gonna be a little intimidated, maybe.
All right, Kyla.
She would absolutely try to grab her by the shoulder and drag her back.
Good luck.
What's
I have 17 strength.
Persuasively, with her words, saying, I don't think that's a good idea. It's cold. Let her be nice to them. Maybe they'll be nice to us.
We don't need them to be nice to us. We just need a place to stay.
If I hear this, my smile may falter a little bit and then, shine through all the stronger.
They are
Whenever I
basically right behind you having this argument.
Great.
And Thomas.
I am now squatting on the ground. I have my backpack open in front of me, and I'm looking through it. And just, where's my blanket? I'm sure I had a blanket. Why do I not have a blanket?
I'll turn to him and I'll point out this elderly gentleman that we're talking to seems to have figured out winter wear. So you're bundled up now. Just wait till you get older.
Oh God.
There it is.
Why?
What?
Because he can.
No, genuine what?
Shame my boyfriend's not listening.
I was just quoting All Star.
Oh.
The man who is bundled up in front of his home is going to be taking a moment of silence to sort of absorb the group before him and say, well, you're kind of a mixed bag of travelers, aren't ya?
Yeah.
He's and kind of directing his voice a bit more toward the half-orc towering over everyone. He's gonna say, can I assume that if there's a floor to sleep on, you won't go robbing us?
Yes, you can assume that. I can vouch for each of these people.
I will ensure that no one. We'll all keep each other in check.
I will look him up and down. How well dressed is he?
I mean, considering that it's cold as shit out here, very well dressed.
No, I don't mean like for the weather. I just mean like, are his clothes nice?
Does he
Like,
look
does he look
rich?
like he has money?
He looks like he has resources.
That's still not answering.
Do he have the haladala?
It looks like he made his clothing, or somebody in the town did.
Okay, so it's not
it's-
Gucci or Prada.
it definitely wasn't purchased in a
Okay.
city. It wasn't made by a famous tailor. It looks like people who live off the land were able to, create winter clothing from the animals they hunt. Which is why I'm putting emphasis on the fact that what he's wearing is very nice. It looks like it's very warm.
Right, but I'm just gonna look him up and down and be like, with all due respect, sir, I don't think you have to worry about anyone robbing you.
Well, we haven't got much around here, so we are always very careful about bandits.
Oh no, we're
Well,
adventurers.
I'm sorry. Do
beat up
we
bandits.
look like bandits to you?
Yes.
Can I roll initiative?
Oh, fuck no! You know what? We're sorry for taking up your time, sir. We'll try elsewhere. Thank you!
Well, again, next town's 20 miles on. You're probably gonna freeze before you reach the first marker.
I feel like everybody at this point is trying to hold back, how did you pronounce it? Karun?
Yeah.
I don't want
My
to lose
hand
my
is
Don
on
Don, so can I intervene here?
What
My
would you
hand
like?
is on my great axe.
What would you like to do?
I want to reassure him that should there be bandits or anything, that he is in luck that he's got a group of adventurers to protect him tonight.
Okay. He's going to be looking very warily upon the half-orc who has become hostile. He's going to say, if you're adventurers, then perhaps you would like to earn the place to stay. We don't have much, but we can offer floors and warmth and a meal. If you'd like to do us a service in exchange.
Name it.
Well, it shouldn't be too difficult. He's going to kind of like look over his shoulder and wave, and the door is going to close behind him. And he's going to step forward, pulling the mittens off his hands and just sort of working his fingers a little. And he's going to stand toward Kate's character and say, we've got a bit of a yearly tradition here in town that I'm a bit concerned isn't gonna go off.
Her eyes light up, by the way.
There's a man. He lives in a house just a bit further on, maybe 10 minutes walk. Into the woods that way, he points. Says he's the oldest in our village. His name's Nicholas, and he's our woodworker. He built all the houses here. He's getting on in years, though, and I think he could use a little help. And he's gonna kind of like look around and lean in a bit more conspiratorially and say, we don't have much out here, as I've said a few times, but he likes to give the youngins, something nice around the winter solstice every year. And so he makes in his shop.
Oh my.
How tall is this man?
How tall is he? He's about 5'11", maybe?
Okay, so he's not a small person in a village built by a man named Nicholas.
He is not a small person in a village built by a man named Nicholas. But he likes to, make little toys out of wood for the youngins, and, well, the village has grown some since he first built it, and, I know that he was creaking and groaning earlier this week. He's of course refused all of our help, but I thought perhaps if you're looking for a place to stay, perhaps you could go talk to him and see if you can help out, and, if you can help him out, then we'll help you out. Does that sound agreeable?
What is it he needs help with? Delivery?
Yes.
Consider it finished.
I would love to deliver toys to all the children in the town. This sounds wonderful. He
Excellent.
is like trembling with excitement.
I'm going to roll my eyes and mutter some swears in Orcish under my breath.
I glare at you.
I glare back.
I speak Orcish.
He's going to point again and say, 10 minutes walk, 12 with the snow. It's gonna be the only house in a stand of trees, that direction. You just knock on the door, he should be in if he hasn't taken ill. Give him a hand. I'll go talk to the others in the village and we'll set up places for you to sleep. We'll even arrange a meal.
Thank you so much.
You can call me Yarn.
It is great to meet you, Yorn. I'm Phelan.
Phelan. Alright. Just, ask your friend to smile a bit. I don't need her scaring the children.
We'll do our best.
I will bare my teeth.
Oh dear.
It is not a smile.
It could use some work. But it's a start. So, he moves on to the other buildings. You see that he goes to knock on some other doors. The first house opens up, and you can see that he begins talking with them, gesturing toward you, as you begin walking off in the direction he indicated. And just as he said, about 12 minutes later with the snow, as it has continued to fall and thicken and make walking a challenge, as each step you sink in and slide a bit. You're spending a lot more energy than normal just walking. You will come to a elaborately decorated home. The woodwork and trim here just seems to come from folklore and fairy tale. Such care has been put into all of the decoration of the walls of this building, from etchings to carvings to moldings. The whole thing just screams old world charm, and someone who really knows their way around a woodworking table. Within, you do see lights, and there is smoke rising from the chimney. And as you approach, there is a gust of wind that chills you a bit more and hurries you along to the door. You go and you knock upon this door, hoping to complete your task and earn your warm meal and your warm place to sleep. But after several knocks, there isn't an answer.
Are there lights inside?
There are lights inside.
I want to see if there's anything we can hear from our side of the door.
Sure. Roll your perception test.
May I please also roll perception?
You may.
15.
Very nice.
Me also. Perception says 16.
18.
Alright. So the three of you listen. And what you hear a rhythmic knocking, almost perhaps as if a hammer. And at first you think maybe the woodworker is working on his table within, but as you continue to listen and strain your ears and focus on what you're hearing, you realize that the sound isn't coming from within the building. It's coming from outside somewhere and echoing around the clearing.
Guys, it's not coming from inside.
I follow the sound.
Is it too echoey to follow?
I mean, it's not hard to try walking around the building, perhaps, to look for the source of the sound.
Yeah, that's my intent.
Alright. So, Dirk leads the way, marching around the building, and as you round the side of the building toward its back, you catch sight on the tree line of a globe of light. There appears to be a lantern hanging from one of the trees, and within its light you can see the silhouette, you can see the back of what looks to be a large humanoid, and I mean, strongly built, a little bit rotund. From this side at least, you can tell he seems to be amply bundled up. And as you approach, as you watch him, you see that a gleaming metal axe is in his hand, rises over his head, and comes down. And the rhythmic knocking was this person chopping wood.
Excuse me, sir?
Hello.
You call out as you approach, and the man seems to stop mid-swing, and lowers the axe hand and slowly turns around. And you notice that it's more than just the snow giving him trouble in doing this. As he turns, you see that he appears to be a large-bodied elf, the lantern light reveals. And he also seems to be, unlike any elf you've seen before, he shows his age. This appears to be the oldest elf you can imagine, where he actually seems to have wrinkles and squints at you through spectacles on his face that he adjusts after swinging his axe. He's a bit hunched, and he turns towards you. He's got a long white beard that flows over his many furs that he's bundled up in. And he says in a quiet but friendly voice, "Oh, hello there. How can I help you strangers tonight?"
Would you happen to be Nicholas?
Well, that I would. Have you been talking to the townsfolk?
We have
Only
yes.
like 2 of them.
Well, hopefully they had only good things to say about me.
Of course.
Well, again, how can I help you folk this evening?
It has more to do with what we can do to help you.
Well, that is a fine question to ask, and not one I get asked too frequently. This wouldn't have been a request from the town, would it?
Not from the town. But as we understand it, you do many great things for this nearby settlement, and perhaps you could do with some aid yourself in doing these things.
Well, I had refused them a few times already, but perhaps... He brings one large leathery mitten up to his chin and strokes his beard a bit and says, "Perhaps this year I am in over my head."
We won't tell anyone.
Promise.
He smiles at you. You can see the his lips curling behind his beard. As well, I do appreciate that. Well, you do look like well-worn travelers, and it looks like at least one of you is carrying a weapon.
Is that one me?
I think
gotta
he's
be you,
probably staring at the half-orc.
I've got a bow on my back too, by the way.
Hmm.
That would probably be most obvious of my stuff.
Normally we would treat armed outsiders a bit more warily, but I think I can make use of you.
What do you mean, sir?
Well, normally I'd be in my workshop at this time of the evening, tonight of all nights, finishing up the last of the gifts that I like to give to the youngins of the town. But it seems that my workshop doesn't want to be worked in tonight.
What do you mean?
That doesn't sound good at all.
Well, it's the darndest thing. The hammers, I couldn't find my hammer. The chisel, I watched it dance away. And then, there was the... Well, there was the last marionette that I had made. It told me it didn't wish to be delivered.
I'm sorry?
Well,
Is this something that happens often?
It is not. It is highly irregular, and quite honestly, I came out to cut wood to kind of settle my mind. I thought perhaps I'd been working too hard on the gifts, and maybe I'd just gone a bit delusional, but... Well, now I've said it, I think it must be real.
Did the marionette say why it didn't want to be delivered?
It said that it was its own, is the best I could interpret it. It wanted all the toys.
Oh dear.
Well,
we
who
smash
doesn't?
the marionette and get this shit done. Where's
If-
the marionette?
In the
I don't-
workshop.
Axe.
It's in your shop, sir?
Indeed.
I'm going to
Then-
use divine sense to sense evil within 60 feet.
Okay.
Has he pointed out where the shop is?
Yeah, I mean, you haven't seen a shop, but his house is large and ornate. It probably contains his shop. I would say that that's a reasonable assumption to make.
I'm gonna start walking in that direction.
I don't believe this is a really good idea. We don't exactly know what could be lurking, you know?
Divine sense
Clearly,
pings.
the marionette is the problem. We get rid of the marionette, we deliver this shit, we get to sleep. We're on a deadline here, okay? We can't just sit here and wait all night for some little toy that apparently talks to get over itself.
You're on a deadline and you're being extremely hot-headed about this, which I don't appreciate.
Well, sorry, not sorry. We have things to do, and it is late, it is cold, and I have 2 days to be home until I need to be home. So, I am going to go kill this marionette thing, and then we are going to do this delivery nonsense, and then sleep.
I understand you're frustrated. I understand you're frustrated.
Oh,
But
honey,
please
you have
don't
not
take it out on
frustrated
us.
yet.
And, well, quite frankly, I understand you're on a deadline. We just need to figure out our source of the problem first before we move forward.
He just told us the source. It's the marionette. Am I at the door yet?
Not necessarily. Everything's acting strange in there, not just the marionette. There could be a thing making it be weird.
So, divine sense pings.
What does that mean in 5e?
You detect undead
Where?
coming from the direction of the house.
Oh no.
Is there anything else that it tells me, or is it just that there's an undead in the house?
Divine sense senses the presence within 60 feet of fiends, fae, celestials, or undead. You don't get anything beyond that the thing exists. I'm telling you that you know it's an undead.
I'm going to say that out loud to everyone. I'm sensing an undead presence inside the house.
Oh,
I suddenly snap to attention, I pull my bow off and get super serious. Undead.
What weapon do I have? Battle axe. I've got my battle axe out.
My. That is most unfortunate.
It won't be very soon.
Am I at the door yet?
Has anyone passed away in your presence recently, sir?
I mean... That depends on your scale of recently, he says, adjusting his glasses.
Fair point.
I realize we're getting very personal here, but we do need to ask some questions.
I am opening the door.
I would try and stop. As much as I don't want to, I would try and stop her.
I have 17 strength. Good luck.
I'm just following her.
You're going to, if you want to try and physically stop her, you're going to have to roll athletics against her athletics.
Oh boy. Okay. I did ask for this.
I am totally gung-ho now about going in and killing the undead. Finding and killing it.
I really don't think that's gonna do it.
Yeah, what'd you get?
16.
Athletics is strength. Well, actually, yeah, no. You don't win, even if I don't add the bonus.
Well, that's... Oh, never mind. You rolled. Got it.
I understand you guys are upset about the fact that it's undead, but please, we need to understand I mean, I get it. We have the source. We have what information we have. Let's listen a little bit longer and be rational about this.
I am
I
in
want to
the
see
house,
the undead.
and I am pulling my great axe out. Actually, I wonder if the club would be better. Nah, we'll go with the axe.
Pausing. That would definitely depend on the type of undead you want to kill. If it's a skeleton or something like that, the club's gonna do you better.
Mm.
But other things, great axe might work better, or at least just as well. Actually, can I in-check that?
We don't know what kind of undead it is.
Sure,
This
you
is
could
the truth.
roll religion.
Oh, Jesus. I have advantage, though. I need another D20. Jesus Christ, there's a second D20. Religion says 17.
With undead, you know that you're going to have your best chance with bludgeoning or slashing or radiant, depending on what it is, but in general, piercing is not great.
Great axe is slashing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a question about my battle axe.
Mhm.
If I turn it around and don't hit with the sharp side, does it become an improvised weapon and take a penalty?
So you're talking about pulling your hits to do non-lethal
I mean,
damage?
hitting with the opposite side from the sharp part of it.
In 5th edition, that type of weapon does that type of damage. There's no way to change it. So a battle axe does slashing damage no matter how you use it.
All right.
I'm thinking if... I'm sorry, I forgot your character's name, Ash.
Dawn.
Dawn, okay. I'm thinking if Dawn wants to stop Phelan, it's gonna have to be a persuasion versus insight. Or whatever. To see if you can make me come to my senses. I've got a thing with undead.
Phelan, I understand you might not be so keen on keeping whatever it is alive, but please just rationalize this for me. Only just a little.
Alright, so, Karun, I believe, went inside.
Yep, what do I see?
So, within, as you go through this door, first of all, you see that the, around you, is a, warm, well-lit, and welcoming, home. You seem to be in an area that's used for food preparation. Nearby you is an oven, and a table for preparing things. You can see that there is, already, like, a mound of uncooked, dough of some kind on the table with a bunch of implements like rolling pin and things nearby. The floor here is stone, and there is a door directly to your right that leads into another room, which appears to be dark. You don't see any light coming under the door or through the cracks.
Okay,
But this area here seems to be like a big, like combination kitchen and living room kind of thing.
Okay, is that the only door?
There is a staircase leading to a
Okay.
second floor. But so I'm gonna go with, besides the one that you came through, there is one, like, directly on the opposite side, which you imagine is the door that you were knocking on. So I'm gonna go with, yes, this is the only other door, just for simplicity.
I just say that if she went in, I followed.
Okay. So,
Yeah, very near behind her.
Also, do I hear anything?
Do you hear anything? No, it is... Well, you hear the crackle of the hearth, but otherwise it's quiet.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to go in that other door then.
Okay. So, Sings of Dawn, unfortunately, in spite of your arguments to try and let cool heads prevail, it seems the others are entering the house, less Dirk and
Why am I not going in the house?
Lara. Because you were trying to talk to Nicholas.
Well, I'm not going to just let them go in by themselves.
So you're going to give up trying to talk to Nicholas and you're going to follow them?
Well, I asked him a question that he never answered.
What question was that?
Or rather, I backed up a question that was asked.
About death?
Yeah.
Again, it's... He shrugs at you and says, I don't know what you want. This is a very old village. I've been here a long time. You know, people have died along the years. Nobody in any particularly bad way that I can think of.
Okay, stay outside the house.
Okay. I'm gonna continue chopping wood. Arun, are you going through that door?
Yep.
Okay. Dirk and Kingston and Lara Key, are you following?
Yes.
Dawn would begrudgingly follow.
We going in?
Just so that I've made sure to ask, Skyla, is there anything in particular you want for your character to do to be involved in any certain way in the previous scene?
No.
Okay. And are you also moving into the building as these others are?
Nah.
Are you gonna stay out here with Nicholas?
Yeah, we're gonna chill. I'm gonna help him with the wood.
Okay.
Y'all have fun.
Very well. Then, you, grab the latch on the door, Karun, and you push the door open. And as you do so, the hearth and candlelight from your room begins to spill across the threshold, and you can see dimly lit around you, what appears to be a woodworking shop. Along the wall to your left, the long wall of the room, there you can see the silhouette of what appears to be a table with a clamp and ratchet on it. You can see leaned against the wall to your right, several boards of different thickness, length, and width. In the dim light, it's hard to tell if they're different, like what type of wood they are, but you can see that there's a couple different shades there. You can also see several shelves, like freestanding and built onto the wall, that have numerous little objects on them, the details of which are not clear in the dim light. But there are, you can see that there are, like lanterns hanging from the ceiling that you could light if you have a candle, which you know there are some in the room that you're coming from.
I have dark vision, so I shouldn't need light.
I didn't know that half-orcs had dark vision. Cool.
Pretty sure, yeah.
For the sanity of those who can't see in the dark, I would be forming a dancing light as a cantrip.
Okay. You may create 4 orbs of dim light and spread them around the room. The room is small enough that you can easily just put them in the corners.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Alright.
And the light would have been a light blue.
Cool. So the whole room is evenly, though still dimly, lit. So if you have dark vision, the area is treated as bright light. If you don't have dark vision, it is dim light, so if you try to make a perception test, you are at disadvantage.
Okay.
Do I see, like, the fucking toy the dude was talking about?
As the lights spring up and move about the room, you do become aware that the knickknacks on the shelves, several of them are different kinds of a wooden toy, like horses and soldiers, nutcrackers, and that kinds of things. And you notice that hanging from the freestanding shelf, you can see that there are strings glinting in the light that lead up and over, and hanging from it, you see this complicated doll that looks like a court jester. It looks like it is jointed, like its arms and legs can move by the strings, and its mouth hangs open. Its eyes are just gazing unblinkingly at you.
Great.
Do you
I'd
need
like-
bright light to see that, or can you see it even in dim light?
If you
Well,
have
she
dark vision, then it's not a problem to see all of that. Without dark vision, you roll a perception check at disadvantage. Or what's your passive perception -5? One of the two.
Passive -5 is 7.
Okay, so, with a 7, like, you're aware of the shelves, you're not going to trip on anything, but, like, the details of these things are... You don't immediately notice the marionette. What's up, Nicole?
I am going to walk up to the marionette, and grab it by the head and try to crush it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look to Dirk and ask, does your spell tell you where the undead is, or what it is, or just that it is?
I believe I know the exact location.
If you have nothing blocking you, you can sense the direction and distance. And so as Karun is crossing the floor, you do get a sense that it is directly ahead of her.
We're going in the right direction.
About to block this bitch with these hands. Let's
So
go.
I just nod.
you march forward and you grab the marionette by the head and you squeeze, and the hard wood just doesn't seem to give at all under your fingers.
Should I roll a check, or...
You may roll athletics.
Okay.
So my cat would have pinged on that thing as well, wouldn't it?
Would it have?
Being familiar?
What about it?
No, it just would have. If he. What was it?
Does your familiar have some kind of being able to sense undead thing?
No. My familiar is a celestial, so
Mm-hmm.
he would have detected the celestial. So.
Oh! You're asking if divine sense revealed your familiar? Then yes, Dirk would also be aware that the cat is a celestial.
But he would have known that anyway because we've been.
Because you've been traveling. Yes.
Yeah, I would have blocked it out like a noise I'm used to.
Okay, so what'd you get for your athletics?
24.
Nice. So you squeeze, and you can hear the creaking of the wood, and you just feel the rage building in you as this jester just sneers up at you, unchanging. And after several seconds, you throw your second hand on there and begin just trying to split the wood by hand, and finally the mouth starts chattering, as if somebody is pulling the string on it, and a small voice issues from it in a high pitch. It says, "No, no breaking my toys!"
Nope, don't
So
like
it's not
this.
the marionette. Okay.
Can I please cast Detect Magic?
You're going to be rolling initiative.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to real quick throw it in check to see if there are undead that would be possessing toys potentially.
Roll religion.
Do the same thing.
Oh,
It's
I don't
19.
like this.
And what'd you get there, Thomas?
21.
Okay. Sometimes spirits, ghosts, the detached souls of people that have not crossed over to the Shadowfell yet can become trapped in the world and manifest either as ghosts or by possessing objects.
I don't like this at all.
Usually, being trapped in this way is related to their life or their death being particularly egregious to the person. It's entirely subjective.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, just get over it.
When this realization dawns, Norris just kind of deflates a little. He's like, "Oh, it's just a ghost."
Just a ghost? All undead must die.
So, I need initiative rolls from everybody. We'll start with Ash.
Let's see. Well, that's not gonna do me anything. That's a 5.
And then Joseph.
11.
And then Kate.
Also 11.
And then Nicole.
17.
I'm gonna need your initiative even though you're not in the room, Kyla.
That's a 19.
Alright.
Damn.
And then finally Thomas.
I hate my
16.
life.
16?
Yeah.
I got a 2 on die.
Alright,
I
so...
hate-
Carla, you are out here, helping Nicholas chop wood. You are aware that the rest of the team has filtered into his home, and you can see the blue light, from the, dancing lights, kind of coloring, the window on the backside of the house. You also feel this chill down your spine, and you just barely catch on the whisper of the wind that high-pitched voice chittering at them. You know something is not right.
Do it!
I can't be left alone. Ever. She started making her way towards the workshop.
Alright. With 30 feet of movement, I'll say that's gonna put you a little bit outside the door, so would you like to double move to get inside?
Yeah.
Okay. With double movement, you find yourself kind of squeezing into the gaggle of people who was still by the door. You can see that kind of drifting closer, like deeper into the room. Ahead of you, you've got Karun, who has this marionette in her hands. You can see the veins bulging out on her biceps as she's, like, trying to crush this thing, and you can hear that rattling of wood against wood, and this high-pitched voice goading her. Between you and her, you've got Norris and Dirk, and then around you are the others. You're all about, at this point, 15 feet from the marionette, and you can, you know, as a tiefling, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, in the dim light generated by these dancing lights, you can clearly see, you know, the strings from the marionette heading, you know, up over the shelving in front of her. You know that she must be holding the marionette. Your action is spent, but you can speak or take a bonus action.
Nope. Okay. What on God's green earth is that? I'll end my turn.
Can we tell those of us who were in the room whether the voice came from the marionette or elsewhere?
To the
Came from
best, to the best of your knowledge, it came from the marionette.
Okay.
As if in response to your question, you hear the rattling of the marionette, and you can kind of see its arms raise as it hangs by its head in Karun's grip. And it says, "I'm Justin, and I want to play!" And as it raises its wooden arms up over its head, you're going to see several of the other toys, like the soldiers and the horses, are going to like rise off the shelf and begin floating in the air. You also see tools like chisels, hammers, and pries lifting up off of tables and scraping along the floor towards you.
Oh yes, my fucking worst childhood fear ever coming to life, but in D&D. I love this, guys.
Whee!
Don't destroy the
A
toy.
Christmas nightmare.
I hate this.
Is it my turn now?
No, it is actually a small wooden soldier's turn that is floating just above one of the shelves that it was sitting on previously. And it is going to come flying across the room at Kyla. So Laraki.
Shit, dude.
And with its little wooden saber, it's going to like fly by you, trying to strike you with its saber, and it's going to score a 19 on AC.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You are going to take 1 point of slashing damage.
Oh no.
And it is now, like, hovering nearby you. A wooden horse flies across the room. 1, 2, 3. At Kate's character.
Bring it.
Trying to strike you in the face. Missing entirely. And then it becomes Nicole's turn.
Excellent. So I've still got this marionette in my hands.
Yeah, we'll say that you've got it currently in a grapple.
Okay. Then I am going to drop it.
Okay. You release
Go
it.
into a rage,
Okay.
and then fucking smack it with my great axe. And by that I mean I'm gonna like slash, not actually hit it.
Okay. So
You know
as
what
you release it and you fly into this rage, your muscles bulging out with veins popping all over. You take your axe in both hands, and you see that the item that you are holding is now just floating there, its strings loose behind it, in front of you.
An excellent target. Fuck, what do I roll to hit D20, right? Yeah,
So
let's see if I
D20,
hit
and
it.
then you add your strength modifier and your proficiency bonus. Probably 5 in total, but it should say.
Oh,
on the
I
sheet.
have advantage, so I roll twice, right?
You roll twice and use the higher.
Okay, cool. That first roll was booty. Oh, not much better, but you know.
So are you doing a frenzied rage? Is that it?
It just says rage.
Okay. I thought
So
that having advantage on your strikes came from a frenzied rage.
It does.
Oh, should I not have rolled it a second time then?
I
Maybe I
mean,
read this wrong.
so, give me a second. Rage.
Frenzy is the extra attack, and then Reckless is advantage.
Yeah, so the advantage you have is on strength checks and saving throws, but neither of those are attacks. So.
Oh. Okay.
But you
so
have
just go with that.
you do have +2 to melee damage. And you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Okay. I doubt it, but will an 8 hit?
Will an 8 hit?
I believe in you.
An 8 will not hit.
Shit. Okay, I guess that's it. I can't attack again, so...
Okay. Do you have any bonus actions or movement that you want to perform, or would you like to stay where you are?
I'll stay where I am. I think the bonus action was, raging.
Okay. Makes sense. So, a ball-peen hammer is going to fly across the room and strike at Norris with a 9 against AC.
Oh, that misses.
Okay.
Not by much.
And now it is Norris' turn.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
That's a good idea. Your AC is now 13 plus Dex. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Then, a iron chisel lies at also Norris. Testing that new AC of yours. Only got a 13 to hit though.
Good thing I cast Mage Armor.
Good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also just misses.
Alright. Like, trying to come up with wooden toys here. Like, yeah, fire truck
Train.
doesn't exist yet. Trains
Those,
don't
like, little-
exist.
What about one of those little, like, ducky things that
Okay.
roll on the
Yeah,
ground?
like a ducky. And
Nah.
it's going to come flying at Ash's character.
Oh.
Sings the dawn.
The
Toy
bird attacks
attack.
the bird.
And this toy attack is coming at a 16 on AC.
That hits.
Alright, 1 point of slashing damage as this wooden duck crashes into you and then begins hovering nearby you.
Requires that one of the
Didn't do anything.
And then the marionette's strings, the wooden cross that holds them, is going to rise up toward the ceiling, and the marionette is going to lift up so it is now floating just above your head. It does not move out of range, so it's not causing an opportunity attack. Alright, it's going to try utilizing a terrifying glare. It's going to use this on the person attacking it directly, so Karun. Are you currently immune to frighten? Nicole?
Sorry, I'm checking.
Okay.
I want that.
I don't remember if rage makes you immune to frighten.
I
I
think
don't
it's
see.
No.
I think it's a later thing, or else say
Yeah. Okay, so you're not currently immune to frighten. So what you're going to need to do is roll a wisdom saving throw. So you're going to roll a d20 and then add the wisdom saving throw. So in the top left corner of your sheet, that number next to the word whiz
Yeah.
in the small section that says saving throws.
Wow. Hey, I rolled a 1.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Alright, well,
Guess what I add to that? A
0. Alright, so a 1 will not succeed on the wisdom saving throw, so you are magically frightened until the end of the marionette's next turn, as it turns its jester-like gaze upon you and just ooga booga boogas. You are paralyzed. So if you click on the conditions where it says add active condition, you can actually, it will pop out a list at the right, and you can click on paralyze and it tells you everything it does, but it says a paralyzed creature is incapacitated, you cannot move or speak, you automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, attack rolls against you have advantage, any attack that hits you is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of you at the time of the attack.
Oof.
I
Yeah.
can't speak
like-
until my turn, correct?
You can say small things.
Told you so!
Alright.
Rationalize!
And potentially, well, actually, no. I already look pissed anyway. So, can I just move my eyes so I look pissed in their direction?
your back's kind of to them, but I think they can feel your aura, like, leaning toward them. Alright, so a wooden mallet is going to fly across the room at Sings the Dawn.
Uh-oh.
And that's going to be an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. Then it becomes Dirk's turn. You are now in this workshop inside of Nicholas' home, and a bunch of his tools and toys he's already made are now flying around the room, just smacking people.
I just want to swing my axe at the nearest wooden object that is not doing what it's supposed to be doing, which
Okay.
means doing something.
That is entirely fair. I believe that there is one that recently attacked Lara, so you can target that one. We'll say I think it was this one.
The soldier.
Yeah, the soldier. Okay, that was the first one. Cool. So, roll your attack.
13.
You hit.
Shoot. Now I have to roll for damage.
You didn't plan for this.
Roll for damage.
How could you ever have expected?
Well, I have D20 set up in the Twitch chat, but I don't have D8.
You want me to roll a d8?
4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. Your axe, it was? Your axe
Yes.
connects with the small wooden soldier in the air, and it breaks in half, and the two halves fall to the ground. It does not move. Have you got anything else? Would you like to move?
I don't really know where I would go.
You could
Just, like,
say
towards
to the
another one?
next nearest flying object.
That would be it, yes.
Okay. Alright. If there's no further action, then it is Kate's turn.
Which toy did he just smack?
The wooden soldier that had attacked the tiefling.
Okay. And I forget, it's an action to, like, sheath the weapon, but not to draw one if you're making the attack, right?
If you
Yes,
you can draw as part of the attack action.
Okay.
As
So
long
I'm
as
currently
you-
holding a longbow, and I need to not be holding a longbow right now.
Okay, so if you need to do that, you need to. If you want to drop the longbow and draw a weapon, you drop the longbow on the ground.
Can I gently toss it onto a countertop?
Yes.
I will do that then, and swing a short sword at the rocking horse. Was it attacking me?
Yeah.
And that is an 18 on die.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
Where the hell did my character sheet go? Apparently, I accidentally closed it. All right, hang on. And a 4 damage.
All right.
Piercing.
You splinter this thing, and the bits fall to the ground, and it ceases to move. Anything else?
Can I do some sort of check to try and figure out what needs to be done about this? Because I kind of get the feeling that just breaking toys indefinitely isn't really going to do anything in the long run.
I think you've got this one figured out without a check.
Cool. Yeah, but to figure out what I do need to do. I know what I don't need to do.
It would be as part of your religion check from earlier, since you now know that this is a spirit possession situation. You need to first stop the spirit by taking away the thing that it's possessing, and then hopefully you can send the spirit on to the Shadowfell. Sometimes those two are one and the same action, so you can destroy the marionette and cross your fingers.
Alright. Then I guess I'll go to the marionette and use my bonus action attack to swing my second short. Oh wait, yeah, swing my second short sword at it.
How did you get your second short sword out?
As part of the attack?
You can only draw or sheath
Yeah.
one weapon in a turn,
Okay.
unless you have the dual wielder feat, which would allow you to do both.
Oh.
So you have one of your short swords out right now,
Okay,
but
that's
not
fine.
the second one yet.
That's fine.
Next turn. Alright.
I will stay a little further away from the marionette then for now.
Okay, so you're just behind Karun.
Yeah.
I will say that from here you notice that she has gone stiff. Like, she's not, even though you just watched her go enraged, she's not moving dynamically like she normally would as she's in a fight. She just seems to be petrified almost.
Great. Sounds fun. Glad I hung back a tiny bit.
Alright, so another wooden toy gonna come flying across the room and target Dirk. It's gonna miss Dirk.
That's right.
A planer is going to fly across the room with its planing edge pointed directly at Kyla's character, Lara Key, with a 20 on AC.
She didn't even want to be part of this.
Nope. Things just keep
will
flying
say,
at her
I
head.
didn't even attack you. What the fuck?
You were going to take 1 point of slashing damage.
Guys, I'm gonna die.
And finally, one of the unfinished boards is also targeting Lara. With another 20 on die. On 20 on AC for another 1 point of slashing damage.
Cocksuckers.
You've taken 3 damage so far, I think. How you feeling?
Injured.
Entirely fair. Alright, Ash, it's your turn to
My
attack.
turn finally? Oh my god.
That's what happens when you're at the bottom of the initiative.
I'm sorry.
And when there's like a shit ton of little minions coming at us.
Oh, yeah.
Minions.
Alright, Give me 1 second. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Kyla.
Okay. That is your bonus action. You may roll the d4.
That's a 3. And that's a 4.
And what form does your healing word take, Bard?
Uh,
Does she recite a poem verse, or strum
Yeah,
a few
she-
notes on an instrument?
or she'd just hum a little bit, trying to keep her sanity still going.
So some bird song emits from the bird, and you feel better, Kyla. By, you said 4 HP?
Wait.
It's
Did I
1d4,
misread that? I think I misread
I think it's
that.
1d4 plus whatever your
Oh,
bonus is.
1d4 plus 2. I'm dumb. That is 5.
Okay.
5.
You're feeling a lot better, Lara?
Do I get to add the extra, or just I have to go to my top,
No,
right?
it's gone to waste, unfortunately.
I mean, only 1 point of it, or, better.
So,
Or 2 points of it. I can
Yeah,
count.
2 points isn't a big loss.
after I do that, I'm going to try to cast Vicious Mockery on the marionette. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Let me see. Throw. It scores a... I guess a 14.
Damn it! Does not. She tries extremely hard to recite a poem that she once heard, and she fucks it up at the last minute.
Well, tell me this. Would a 12 be too low?
It would meet.
So it would still succeed even with a 12.
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's all the help I can give you. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Damn it!
Alright. You're gonna move anywhere or hold your ground?
I'm gonna.
And by move anywhere, I
If
just
I
mean you want to be positioned any particular place in the room. The room is small enough that you can be pretty much anywhere you want to be.
I don't want to stay close to this thing, but I know in order to see my target, I need to stay in the room. So I'm going to try to move to the side a bit and try and stay out of the way.
Okay, now you're aware that you do have a couple of these wooden items
shit.
threatening you. So are you going to move there in spite of the possibility that they'll attack you?
No, because I really don't want to deal with that.
Okay. I wondered if you wanted to take the risk or not, but if you do not want to, then you can stay where you are for now.
I really don't want to.
Alright. Kyla. Lara. You're muted or something.
Absolutely.
So you've got like 3 things around you, like a hammer and a chisel and a piece of unfinished wood, that have all just recently come flying across the room and smacked you upside the head. What do you want to do about it?
I would love to do something. Are they within 15 feet of me?
Yeah, they're adjacent to you. They're within 5.
Is anybody else within 15 feet of me?
Yes. You've got Singsadon is pretty much adjacent to you. I believe that Kate's character, whose name I forgot, I'm sorry. Thalen?
Phelan.
Thalen?
She's
Thalen
closer to
is
Karun.
also adjacent to you. I think that's it.
Wasn't Karun a little ahead of the rest of us? And
Karun's
I'm a little closer. to
Karun's
her?
15 feet ahead of the 15 feet of the room. She's in the middle of the room, and then that's right. You moved away, didn't you? You moved up right behind
Yeah,
Karun.
I moved a little closer to her, yeah.
Right. So you're actually not adjacent to.
But still within 15 feet.
I always regret not having a map when I decide to not have a map.
Let's go ahead and hurl some acid at them. I'm gonna go ahead and cast acid splash at 2 of them.
Okay.
Really hope I don't need.
You can
You're
try
not-
to. Oh, you're a
I did
sorcerer.
one.
Okay, so you're gonna spend a sorcery point to twin it. Is that what I'm understanding?
No, Thunder Wave's the one that's a 15-foot radius. This one should only attack 2 targets I choose.
Oh,
Within
I
range.
thought Acid Splash only attacked one, but okay, cool.
You roll a bubble of acid, choose 1 or 2 creatures you can see within range. If you choose 2, they must be within 5 feet of each other, which
Okay.
I think you said they were.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you want to attack 2 of the toys, that's fine.
Yep. Thunder Wave would have been nicer, but... that would've
Alright,
hurt
are you
them.
going to specifically attack the ones that are on you to kind of ease yourself? Alright, sounds good. And this is to hit AC, is it that you roll?
Yep.
Okay, so because they're adjacent to you and you're doing a ranged attack, you do roll at disadvantage. So you roll 2 d20s and use the lower of the 2.
No, it's a dex.
Oh, it's a saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, if it's a saving throw, then no problem. Alright. That's going to be Dex 15 for the first one. And a 17 for the second one. They rolled really high.
Fuck off. And I will run away.
Okay. Where are you running away to?
The doorway.
The doorway. Alright, you are aware that because they're adjacent to you, if you run away from
never
them...
mind.
Okay, so you're not going to give them the chance to attack you.
This is why I don't like not having a map to look at.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't work like this.
That's why I'm trying to make sure to remind people, like, wait, if you move, then they might choose to opportunity you.
I'll just stay here and hate life.
Okay. Stick with the things we're good at. That thing is dead. Okay, so I believe this is the first hammer that came flying. Which is going to... I believe this one is going to attack... Yes, Ash.
Oh.
Ooh, it crits, so you'll be taking 2 points of slashing damage.
Okay. How much did I take earlier?
1 or 2. They do 1 point of damage in a normal hit.
Okay.
So if you've been hit once before, then you only took 1. But it definitely helps if you track it as it's happening.
Yeah, I...
Alright.
I don't like this.
So... Unfortunately, it is now Karun's turn, but she is paralyzed. Which means that you cannot move, speak, or take actions.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Alright, that
so-
means I also lose my rage. Great.
Oof. Okay, you've got 1 more of those, right?
Yep.
Alright. It is now this thing's turn. It is going... No, it's dead. F. That's, Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Got your mage armor. It saved your butt earlier.
Yeah, now I'm gonna cast False Life.
Okay. So you're gonna give yourself 10 HP, I believe?
Yep. Let's see how much. Not bad. 6. Give myself 6.
Doesn't that use up all of your first level spell slots?
Yeah, but like, what else am I going to do with them?
I guess that's fair. Alright then. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. The other thing that had attacked you after you got your mage armor is going to attack you again. It's going to miss horribly. The one that was attacking Dirk is going to attack. That's a 16 against Dirk's AC.
Joseph?
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Alright. Now it's the creature. And because you are paralyzed, Karun, it's going to attack you. Because it has an easy way to do it. You're gonna see as the marionette's hands strike forward. It almost seems as though the fingers sharpen just by passing through the air. And it is going to swing with advantage. Scoring a 19.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because it was within 5 feet and hit, that is a crit. So that is going to be 12 points of slashing damage.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Oh no.
Are you
Hey, I
still...
have 2 hit points.
You have 2 hit
I don't
points.
think my kids are gonna see mom for the holidays.
Unfortunately, it does have one more attack.
Bye.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Am I out?
You would be unconscious at this moment.
All right.
It
You know what? Wait.
what do you got?
I have relentless endurance.
Oh, okay. I believe that means that when you get reduced to 0, you get to do something to stay up.
So let me just fucking.
Oh, what?
When you're reduced to 0 HP but not killed, you can drop to 1 HP instead once per long rest.
Okay. Yeah, you were not killed because you were sent to -10, which is your max is 14, so you're still alive. So you are at 1 HP and still conscious.
Alright, let me add an HP. Excellent.
Yeah, that's definitely excellent.
Nothing else, look at me.
It's now going to, seeing that it didn't drop you, it's going to move away, toward Thomas. And after it moves away from you, the paralysis is going to finally end.
There are going to be a lot of swears in Orcish.
Alright, this thing's alive.
As you swear, I'm going to respond in language in Orcus.
I will say right back, fuck you, I'm dying.
Alright, so... this one's coming, chasing after,
Mostly, I just want to use
Balin.
Orcish.
Yeah, for a 10 on AC. Balin?
Oh,
Hey.
sorry. You said 10 on AC?
Yeah.
I forgot my name, apparently. It doesn't hit.
Okay.
It does not.
And now it is Joseph's turn. Dirk.
I'm going to swing my axe at the wooden things.
Okay. You swing your axe at the wooden thing.
20, but that's nat 20, so a crit.
You definitely destroy the wooden thing.
Cool.
In fact, I'm going to reward you and just say that you were targeting on the tiefling, and in honor of your crit, you manage to swipe through 2 of them and destroy both.
And with each axe stroke, I'm grunting about how this sucks, and I preferred it when we were fighting a wolf person.
Oh, was that a Halloween one shot?
Yeah, it was the last one shot at least. Alright, C is Kate. Phelan, you're up.
Me. Okay, hang on. What was the thing that attacked me?
One of the, wooden toys.
But which one? Okay, anyway. Doesn't matter which one. I will smack it with a short sword. Maybe drawing the second one, I suppose.
Okay, you can draw your second one, so you can swing both.
It is 13 on 5 plus 5, 18.
That'll hit.
And damage is a lot, 9. Very exciting.
Alright, yep, you're going to destroy the one that was attacking you.
That was the only one on me this turn, right?
Currently, yeah.
So I'm gonna move on to the marionette.
Okay, and use your bonus action attack there.
Yeah, unless I take the feature for the ranger at level 2, I don't add proficiency to the
Correct,
attack roll.
you just roll your d20 and your
The dex
modifier. Yeah.
Alright. So that's a 13.
13 will actually hit.
Yay!
Wait, hold on. I was thinking of the toys.
The mini.
A 13 will hit, yes. Okay, a 13 still hits. It's like, no, wait,
And
this
that
thing has...
is
Yeah.
6 damage.
6 points of damage. Very... it does appear to resist it.
Yeah, of course it does.
The body of this marionette seems to have been magically embeefened.
Embeefened.
You heard me. Alright.
And that is it.
Okay. We're going to have one of the things move over to Kate's character, which means that if he wants, Dirk can make an opportunity attack.
1 second. $13.
Yep, that hits.
Can you roll damage for me, please?
Yes, you destroy it.
Oh, okay.
The toys only have 1 HP, so rolls are superfluous, but I know people like doing them, so I let people roll their damage. Okay, so, next toy. This one's just gonna stay over on Thomas' character. And, miss.
Uh-huh.
Alright, Ash, you're up.
My turn?
Yep.
Alright.
There's 1, 2, 3 toys left, and the marionette.
I'm gonna try going after the marionette again.
Okay.
And wisdom saving throw, please.
Ooh. That's gonna be, 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Neat. So that is... a 4. To which, at this level, it's maxing. on my damage die.
Alright, what do you got?
4.
At 4. 4
4
total?
damage.
Okay.
Yee.
4 damage. It takes 4 points of psychic damage. The strings all go taut, and all of the limbs of the marionette seem to, like, fly up against its will, and it seems to very slowly get control over itself again. It seems to be, hurt by that.
And I think that it actually I'm gonna cast my last first level spell and give it to Nicole.
Okay.
So Nicole, you are going to get 3 points of healing word.
Pog. 4 hit points.
Alright.
Yay.
Hey, I tried.
It's fine, I was expecting 1.
Wow, thanks.
Alright.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright, Kala.
Brave death.
There's 3 toys or tools still floating about the room. 1 near you. And then there is the marionette, which is going after Norris.
Let me ask, because it is wood. Is it electric damage? With the one that's got the little lightning bolt?
Yeah, it would be lightning damage.
Will that work on these things?
Probably. I
Try
mean,
it and
it's
see.
like lightning is magic damage, so magic works on a lot of things.
Listen, I don't know. Alright, let's try that. Start shocking grasp.
Sometimes you just gotta try it and find out. Alright, so, what are you doing? What is this called?
Shocking grasp.
Shocking
On the
grasp.
one
Okay, so you're just gonna...
Next to me. I'm gonna grab it out the fucking air.
Okay. Roll it. You are... Because it's a melee attack, you are...
21.
Not at disadvantage. You hit. You grab onto this, this tool, this planer that had come flying at you, and zap it until smoke rises from it. Even though the thing appears to be wood and metal, as you release it, it just drops and clatters across the floor.
I feel better now.
Alright. That's dead. Okay, this one. Gonna go after Ash with a 13 to hit Ash.
That meat.
Meets. Okay, take 1 point of slashing damage.
Alright.
And then D1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Nicole, you're up. You finally have your turns back, and that blasted marionette that fucking paralyzed you and then kicked the crap out of you has moved off to try and terrify your wizard and his cat.
Okay. I am going to enrage again. 'Cause I am pretty pissed after all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to go after that piece of shit marionette.
Okay, you enrage and you go.
Is... Do I still have, like, one more action?
Yeah, I believe so. You enraged, which
Awesome.
you said is a bonus action, and then you moved, so you still can attack.
Cool. I'm going to attack it.
Okay, swing your axe.
Swing your axie round and round. Put the marionette on the groundy ground.
Let's see. 20. Let's roll. add strength to that. Does a... Wait, where's strength?
Probably +3, because you said it was 17.
Oh, yep, you're right.
So I think you have
Does
+5 total.
Oh, do I?
Because it's strength. To hit is plus strength modifier plus proficiency bonus. Your proficiency at first level is 2.
Oh, then I should get another +2 for my rage.
The rage gives you damage.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah.
Okay.
It gives you
yeah,
+2
does
melee
a-
damage. So
Then
what's the
does
to
a
hit?
15 hit.
15 hits. So now you
Excellent.
roll the damage die of your weapon, which is a great axe, you said?
Uh-huh.
So I think that's 2d6s.
That is damage 1d12
Oh, it's
plus
1d12.
3.
So you're going to do 1d12
No.
plus 5
Excellent.
because of the +2 from raging.
Nine.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Wait, no, wait.
Hmm.
Check. Not attacks, never mind, don't mind me.
So that was 1d12 plus 5.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Alright, and this is non-magical slashing damage, so it does seem to resist it, but 9's still pretty good. It's 4 points of damage. Boom. Thing is, for lack of a better word, getting whittled down. That thing's dead, which brings us to F. Thomas.
Norris.
And I've been forgetting, so do remember that you have your familiar out, and I believe it can aid. Giving you advantage. Or somebody advantage.
Oh yeah, it has its own initiative.
I mean, let's just have it go on your initiative to keep things simple.
Yeah.
So if you want, it can move over to one of the targets and use aid, giving the next attack against that target advantage. That will be putting it in harm's way. It only has 1 HP, so the question is, do you want to do
For
that?
the time being, just until I figure this one thing out. I can see that the marionette's heading towards me. Can I?
Oh yeah, it's on top of you already.
Oh. I'm going to attack it then. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay, that's a saving throw.
Yeah.
It got a 9.
No, it fails.
Okay, so it is hurt.
So it takes. So I roll a d12.
Yes.
Haha! It takes 12 necrotic damage.
Jeezums. Well, it doesn't resist necrotic damage. You just smacked that thing hard. In like chunks of wood fall away from the head of this thing, and like fingers fall off of it as the wood seems to warp and age and splinter. Good roll.
Jeez, yeah, that was.
Are you gonna have your cat aid?
Yeah, I'm gonna have my cat aid against the next attack against the marionette.
Marionette, okay. So, this hawk here is... Hawk, this flying object is going to attack Dirk. Dirk, does a 17 hit your AC?
Nope.
No, dang. Good AC. Okay. This marionette, now bearing down upon you, is going to forego the terrifying glare this time and go straight into the hurting you. So, oof. 20 on AC against the wizard.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, 6 points of damage. And roll a
That
wisdom
has eaten
saving.
through my... That ate right through my temporary
False
HP.
life. I think false life was 5, so that's still pretty good.
It was 6.
Nice, perfect. So, now roll a wisdom saving throw against Frighten.
That is a 22.
Okay, you are not frightened. It's going to attack you again.
Of course it is.
That is a 13. Yeah.
Oh, that one misses.
Okay, it misses you. That thing's dead. Joseph, Dirk.
I'm gonna hit the things that are made out of wood.
Okay. Let's see. There are 2 flying toys left. One that is attacking you, and one that is attacking Thomas.
I'll say, oh no, you don't, and roll 13.
Okay, a 13 will hit. You destroy the one attacking you. Are you going to move over to assist Thomas?
If there's one left, yes.
Yeah, it's on Thomas, but also so is the marionette. So they're both on him right now.
Marionette's next on my list.
Okay. Then it becomes Kate's turn.
Alright, back to smacking the marionette.
Alright, you have advantage on your first attack.
Cool.
As the cat
I probably
is
needed
playing with the marionette strings.
16.
A 16 will hit.
And it is 6 damage.
6 damage. It seems to resist.
Yup.
Your next attack, no advantage this time.
It's so fucking tempting to punch it. Anyway,
Your other short sword.
ball sack. It's not gonna hit. That's only a 10.
10 is just too low.
Yeah.
Alright. Dead. Player A. Ash.
Me.
That's you.
Yet again, I'm going to try vicious mocking that stupid marionette. Blah, 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 blah. If I
I
could
believe in
speak.
Okay.
Great
Roll
bait.
it save. It got an 11.
So that is 1 point too short.
Alright,
And
what's the
it is
damage?
going to take... I hate this dice set. That's 2 damage.
2 points of psychic damage, which it cannot resist, as your, You're doing Vicious Mockery or Dissonant Whispers? I forgot. It's Vicious Mockery, right?
Yes.
Okay. As you, recite your, body lyrics at it, you hear the child crying out, "No, no, no, my toys, you're breaking them!" And it is Kyla's turn.
So all that's left is the marionette.
Marionette and one toy that is attacking the wizard, which the marionette is also attacking.
How close are they?
You can move to them without any problem.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna snatch the other toy out of the air with shocking grasp.
Okay, roll it.
We are committing to the.
You're just lightning punching everything.
Alright, it's an 18.
An 18 will hit. You destroy it. The wood is charred, and it smells really nice.
Pine?
Kindling.
We'll have a nice fire after this.
Indeed. Alright, D4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nicole!
I hope we didn't destroy a lot of his toys.
There were
Only
like
about 10.
there were like 5, and then another like 4 tools in this fight.
Yeah,
Oh,
sacrifices must be made for the greater good.
The greater
So what's still alive?
good. The marionette.
Excellent. I am going to attack it.
Okay.
Wait, what do I roll
D20
again?
plus 5.
Y'all, we missed out. We should be listening to Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
I was
copyright.
There, yeah. Oh, D20 plus 5, yeah.
D20 plus 5.
D20.
I'm trying, hoping that I avoid copyright. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Sorry for bursting your bubble there, Kate.
20.
Oh, I know.
20's gonna hit. Remember that your damage is also plus 5, so 1d12 plus 5.
Okay. D12.
But just imagine. I'm gonna listen to some TSO
7.
for this.
7 reduces to 3 from resistance. This thing is definitely on its last legs. Strings, whatever.
Let's see. Is there anything
However
else?
you want to put it.
We got him on the ropes.
Ah.
God.
Don't you mean the strings?
I only get 1 attack per turn, so I guess that's it.
Okay. Well, that thing is dead, which means it's now Jeb's turn. Thomas.
Yeah, I am going to Toll the Dead again.
Toll the Dead. It got an 11.
Well, that's not good enough.
Oh man, you have to roll a d12.
Yeah. That's a 7.
Ugh. Well, the toy, you see the wood like aging right before you, and then it just splinters and shatters into a fine sawdust as the little hat and jester outfit drift to the ground.
Aww.
Tough.
I feel so bad.
I guess that's enough Mad Russian's Christmas then.
And as the bits of this marionette rain to the floor, the cross piece of wood with the strings clatters down and tumbles a bit, becoming wrapped up. You're going to hear that same ghostly voice crying, and as you turn and look at the workbench, you see the translucent image of a small boy in poor clothing sitting atop it, rubbing his eyes. He says, "My toys! You broke all my toys! They were for me!"
No, they're not your toys anymore. You need to let go.
You're the one that was playing with them?
As the time has ticked by through the combat, you're going to hear the echoing thunks of the axe on the wood outside stop, and you're going to hear the crunch of heavy boots on the snow approaching the building, and Nicholas appears in the doorway with an armful of firewood, and he's going to look in and look about at the scene. He's going to say, "Well, I suppose it was time to make new tools. Too bad about the marionette, though. Did you solve the problem?
Who is Justin?
Justin. And he kind of leans back and strokes his beard again. Says, decades ago, there was a young boy named Justin. Unfortunately, around his 7th winter, he took ill and didn't recover. But that was some 50 years ago.
We know who was controlling the toys then.
Apparently, he needs more presents, even though he's dead.
He's going to...
Way to be blunt!
He's going to walk into the shop and with his bundle of wood, he's going to look over and he's going to see the spirit sitting on his workbench. And he's going to adjust his glasses, shifting the bundle of wood under one arm. Say, "Oh there, Justin. How are you tonight?" Boy's rubbing his ghostly face, saying, I didn't get any toys. There weren't any for me. Says, "Oh, now that's not true. Unfortunately, you took sick before I went to give out toys that year. But you know, I think I can whip up something special for you." And the boy sniffles and pulls his hands down and his balled up fists away from his face. "Really?" "Yes, just you wait." He's going to take the bundle of wood and set it on the workbench next to him. He says, he points to you and says, "I was going to bake some pastries. The dough is on the counter in there if you would like to make them for yourselves. It's going to take me a little while to make this toy. You can make yourselves comfortable."
What time is it at this point?
It's getting pretty late. It's probably like 8 or 9 in the evening.
Would you mind terribly if I kept you company while making Justin his toy? I would love to see the process.
Of course. I wouldn't mind explaining it to you. Always room in the world for more woodworkers. So if anybody wants to actually go and cook, some pastries for everybody, you can roll some wisdom and dexterity for that.
Not my forte.
I can't decide which room I want to be in. Both are fun. Both are necessary holiday traditions.
Does no one here understand what a deadline is?
We'll make your deadline. Calm down.
I am
There is
fairly certain I've
always
made it
time.
clear.
There is always time to enjoy the holiday spirit.
There's also time to relax, and sometimes you just gotta, chill out a little bit. I know.
Oh, please, don't come at me with that goody two-shoes bullshit. Can we get this over with and go to sleep already?
I've had it. You know what? If you want to get on your way, go for it. I really don't care.
I'm sure Nick wouldn't mind if you fell asleep on the floor of his workshop.
I find it's quite comfortable, actually.
Who just said that they don't care if I leave? Who said that?
Bird.
Who fucking said that? Let's fucking roll some initiative, baby.
Oh, Jesus.
You wanna fight? I'll use my fists. I'll give you a fucking handicap.
We aren't obligated to stay together, and I'm not gonna fight you. You're a friend, and I would much rather avoid conflict between us.
I'm gonna crack my knuckles. And you said it's a bird, right?
It is.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. I'm gonna crack my knuckles and say, fuck. It's been a while since I've last plucked a chicken, but I'm pretty sure you'll do just fine for practice. Should I roll anything?
intimidation, sure.
Oh, let's fucking go, dude. I actually get a bonus to that. Here's a
I'm trying to think.
proficiency. What does that mean? I gain proficiency in intimidation.
So
can
you
apply
add
your
the 2 on
proficiency
top. It
bonus.
should tell you what the total number is on the line next to it. So you roll a d20, and for you,
Okay,
you
there it
roll a
is.
d20 plus 3.
Lara will climb up on the nearest work table, sit and watch.
I'm gonna try and step in between the two of them and
Actually-
say whatever actual
What-
you go ahead.
Would I
Mars is
still
just writing
be?
in his book.
Would I still be enraged? Would that help me any?
How many rounds can you go without dealing damage before rage wears off?
One.
Oh, 1.
Nah, it would have ended. Because of
Fuck,
the
okay.
talking.
It's a 6. Fucking intimidate. Wait, do I have passive? No, I don't. Fuck. Bullshit.
What do
Sure.
I roll
A
to?
wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Or a constitution saving throw.
Con?
I mean, one of the two. I'm fine with either.
Okay. $18?
Yeah, you
Fuck off.
You beat the 6, so she's definitely trying
I'm not
to
afraid of
intimidate.
Can I
Step
roll
in between
initiative now?
Oh,
Can
Jesus.
you roll initiative? Is that what you asked?
Oh yeah.
You may roll initiative.
Excellent. Let's
I'm
fucking
gonna-
go.
Dirk is leaving and going to the house that we're supposed to be staying at.
We have to have helped Nick first, though.
Yeah.
Dirk
But
has
I'm
no
gonna
interest in staying for this.
I'm gonna
Do you have
jump
any
to
snacks?
them and say,
Okay.
we're all a little tired. We're all a little upset. I know we all want to get home to our families for the holiday, but we need to calm down. We can still do all those things.
I rolled an 11.
And in the meantime, we can bring joy to the people in this town. Isn't that important for the holidays, too?
If she's not gonna listen to me, she's not gonna listen to you.
Can that enrage me? Because I'm feeling a little angry about all this bullshit. Can I get a rage back? No, I'm kidding.
If you're gonna fight, take it out of the workshop. I've got work to do.
Understood, sir. You
Cool, we
heard the
go-
man.
we-
Go for it.
Let's take it outside then.
You take it outside.
I wouldn't follow.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that right here and now. I'm
Okay.
not going to follow.
If I notice them not following me, I am going to turn back around and grab them.
Both of us. Also, can I roll insight? I want to find out whether you're like actually gonna try to kill us or just try to like rough us up a bit. Hang on. Insight is 21.
So you can roll deception against that, or just describe what vibe you're giving off.
Let's see what happens if I roll. Oh, okay, I'm not good at deceiving, so I roll a fucking 1. Kill me. D&D Beyond hates me tonight.
What you got?
Listen, I don't plan on killing you unless you make me. So let's just go outside. Let's get this shit over with. Because I am sick and tired of hearing you bitches talk. So, can I grab one of them?
Yeah, you may try.
Excellent. What do I roll for that?
You would roll grapple, which is athletics,
Excellent.
which they can resist with athletics or acrobatics.
Good fucking luck. You know
Tristan,
what? We're
I
playing real life dice.
assume...
Because I need real dice, since D20, roll 20 is fucking me. God damn it.
Yours.
You stole mine? What the
Okay.
hell, man?
What's happening?
I have her dice.
She stole my dice. Fuck. Alright, I guess I'll have to use fucking D&D Beyond.
I mean, I'll roll for you.
20. Roll. Roll for me.
I mean, you know that you... whatever.
It's an 18.
Excellent. Add 5 to that.
18 plus
23.
5. 23. Great.
Nice.
I assume you're grabbing just for whoever's closer.
Actually, can I grab both of them, one on each? I've got 2 hands.
You may grab one of them. Pick one.
Oh. But I have 17 strength. I think I could do it.
Pick one.
Guess I'll pick Ash's character then. Said I was gonna pluck this chicken. Let's do it.
Alright, Ash, roll either athletics or acrobatics.
Let's see which one I'm better at first before I roll. Okay, I'm going with acrobatics. One second. Non-natural 20.
Okay, well,
Okay.
that's too low.
And if she tries grabbing me again, I'm going to use my talons.
She successfully
Well-
grabbed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 23. So,
Shit.
yoink.
So, as you circle back into the workshop and try to grab and hoist the Aarakocra over your shoulder, you are going to become aware of Nicholas standing next to you, smiling up at you kindly with his arm on your, with his hand on your arm. I'm going to say, "Why don't we sit down and have a nice cup of cocoa?" I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Both.
I don't like
Ash.
I don't like that.
I would enjoy that greatly.
Ash also needs to make the wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
On the dice, Mark.
It should be a d20.
15 on the dice.
Nice.
So 15 total.
Yeah, because I don't have any wisdom.
Yep. What do you got, Ash?
I got a 16.
16, okay. Both of you feel an overwhelming blanket of warm calm come over you. And
Thank God
smother
for calm emotions.
smother all of your hostility and anger and rage to the point that you cannot find it.
I don't like this.
I was already fine.
Right.
This was mostly for her.
Do I hear this?
I don't know, where are you?
The only person who declared leaving was Dirk.
I'm just sitting on the ground writing in my book, so,
So,
but, like I
yes.
can hear. I heard what he said,
Yes.
so like I don't even look up from my book. Can I have Coco too?
Yes. Why don't you all have cocoa? And both of you who failed to save feel compelled to do this. You want to go make yourself cocoa.
I have a feeling that Karun is gonna come and try and kill Nick when this is all over.
I have an extremely strong feeling of the same.
Well then, go on. Sit around the fire. There's lots of nice cushions to sit upon.
I bought one for Coco. Do you have any tea?
Check the pantry, but I should have a few flavors left.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I still keep you company, sir?
You feel this overwhelming desire to have Coco around the fire.
Okay. That's what I thought. Oh boy.
He's going to shut the door to the workshop as all of you exit. Dirk, you are walking your way back to the village.
Yep.
The snow has continued to fall. It's cold as... It's very cold out, and it's still surprisingly, like, bright, easy to see because of the moon and starlight reflecting off the snow. But you do eventually come back to the town, the village, and knock upon the door of Yorn, who you spoke with earlier. He comes to the door. He looks around and says, "Oh, where's the rest of your group?"
They're probably back at Nicholas's home.
Okay.
The crap out of each other.
How can I help you?
We helped Nicholas with what he was dealing with, and I was very tired and wanted to sleep.
I see. And you've made the deliveries then?
Not yet, but we did deal with the issue that was keeping him from it.
There was something else?
It was a personal matter.
I see. Well, I do hope the group intends to help him with the deliveries. That was kind of the idea. The kids are going to be wanting their gifts.
That's up to them. They didn't seem very interested when I left.
Well, I can't really be rewarding you for half a job.
I grunt and walk off.
I tried to warn him.
When you've got them delivered, come back. I'll have something for you. Where do you go?
I guess I'm going to go back and check and see if this shenanigans are still going on.
Okay. So you're gone for a while. When you come back, you find that all of them are seated around the parlor area of the house. The door to the workshop is closed, and most people are relatively close to his hearth, drinking what smells like cocoa. There is a unusual quiet over the barbarian and the bard.
We look confused. I will just pause my pastry making and say, Nick stepped in.
I need to learn whatever the fuck he figured out how to do to them.
Probably some sort of magic. He's old, that probably means he's powerful, right? That's usually how those things work.
Maybe you would share it. It would come in so handy.
Do you have anything you want to say to the group or interact at all there, Dirk?
No.
Do you have anything you want to do around this fire, cocoa, pastries?
I'll probably eat some of that, yeah.
Okay. Someone has turned the dough that was sitting there into cookies. Little gingerbread men and decorated them with some confectioner's sugar. Delicious. They're warm still, fresh out of the oven. After about 15 minutes of sitting in this, sitting here with the awkward silence between those two that they seem to be perfectly comfortable with, and the light chatter of the others, the workshop door is finally going to open, and Nicholas is going to stump his way in He has a canvas sack over one shoulder. He says, "All right, I took care of that. Justin is on his way where he belongs.
Good.
I gathered up the toys that weren't destroyed, and I think that we can deliver them. You'd said that the town had asked you to help me with that anyway, right?"
That's correct.
Good. He's going to let the canvas sack fall off of his shoulder and lower it to the ground. "This thing is devilishly heavy."
Well, I know someone very strong. Have a slightly devilish look on my face.
And you spend the next roughly, he's not far, we'll call it hour, tromping to the village, and then knocking on the doors of each of the, like, 10 or 15 houses, and selecting a wooden toy from the sack, and giving it to the children there. At each house, there is, of course, the parents or parental figures come to the door. They're happy to see Nicholas. They exchange some pleasantries with him. They look over the group. You expect them to eye you suspiciously, but everyone here seems more surprised than anything. And a bit intrigued to see you, and without fail, at every home that has children, they come running out and very excitedly, dancing on the balls of their feet, waiting to receive their gift, and then run back inside and immediately show it off and play with it in front of the fireplace.
I wish to hug all of the children.
Some of them will want to hug you, and thanks for the gifts. Not all of them, but some of them. At each home, you are thanked. And once the gifts have all been delivered and there's still toys in the sack, Nicholas will sling the much lighter bag over his shoulder and say, "Well, I really do appreciate all the help you gave me. Honestly, I've been thinking of expanding the enterprise, maybe deliver to some of the other nearby towns next year."
Might consider a more discreet approach, perhaps sneaking into their home while they're asleep.
That sounds terrible. I don't think I'll be doing that.
No, you could go down the chimney.
What if
Encouraging breaking and entering?
I will look at my options, and I will decide what the best means of getting the gifts where they belong is. But I will take your suggestion under advisement. And he winks at you, and you can almost see sparks of magic come from his eye as he does so. Now, I do hope that you all enjoyed the cocoa, and I thank you all very much for helping me with my deliveries, and especially with our little Justin incident.
Resting peacefully.
Now, you must all be very tired, so I'm going to take my leave. I do believe the townsfolk have agreed to put you up. And with that, he will give you each one last smiling nod, and you just feel this warmth coming from him, inexplicable, like a grandparent you love visiting, but never get to see as often as you like. Before he turns and walks off into the shadows of night. Yorn does come find you, and says, "Good, I see you've completed the deliveries. The children are very happy. So we've set up I've talked to the villagers, and we've set up a few homes for you to stay in, and there will be warm meals and drink before you go to sleep. You can leave any time tomorrow." And then he bundles you off to the different places. You have a lovely meal with each of your homestay families. With those of you that are staying with a house that has children, they are showing off their toys that you delivered to you. And everyone has a lovely night.
Playing with the children.
Able to continue your adventure and your treks to your own families for your respective holidays the next day. And there you have it. That's all I've got.
Ho ho ho.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Happy holidays.
I suppose it is only fitting that as Nicholas trudges off into the woods, and before Yorn comes to find you, you hear on the breath of the wind, ho 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 ho. Happy holidays.
I'm making a disgusted face.
Happy holidays, and I'm glad I'm this guy.
Did he have a wife named Goldie?
Goldie? I don't think he was living with anybody, but he could have. Was that Mrs. Claus's name?
No, it's Tom Bombadil's
Christmas
wife.
Chronicles.
Oh, goodness gracious, I didn't even remember that.
Isn't he Christmas Chronicles?
No? Is that like the Chronicles of Riddick, the Chronicles of Christmas?
Christmas Chronicles has Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus.
That sounds
Goldie
terrifying.
Hawn. It's his wife.
I forgot about that.
Well, hopefully everybody had a pretty good time. I wanted to do a pretty short, straightforward one, in contrast to my more complicated one last time. So hopefully it went okay.
I believe so, other than the fact that I did slightly fear for my life.
As you should.
Arun is terrifying.
Oh! Hey, Paper, under a tornado watch?
Well, that's terrifying.
Merry Christmas. I have a tornado.
Oh, it happens like every couple of weeks.
Oh, nice. It's lasting until 2 a.m.
Fun.
Great.
Okay.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you
It's-
all for coming and sharing your evening with me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tristan.
Thanks for the story.
All right. I'm going to cut the stream there. Have a good night and happy holidays, everybody, from P4 Podcast.
Bye-bye.
If I hadn't muted myself to take a drink, I would have made it just in time, Pun.
Oh, goodness.
Aw.